Okay, hello everyone. Today we're going to present a topic titled The Translation of the Concept of the Otherness in Migrant Literature. This presentation is based on an article by Asalet Erten, which explores how migration, especially from Turkey to Germany, has shaped a unique kind of literature filled with feelings of alienation, struggle, and identity crisis. First, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Muhammad Imdadur Rahman Manarul Azman, and I will present in this session with my partner, Gusti Hanan Yusuf. Okay, first, we will present the background of migration. In the 1960s until 70s, many Turkish people migrated to Germany for work. They faced a new language, religion, and culture, so they hoped to earn money and return home. But many stayed in Germany. Over time, they began to feel like outsiders. According to Erten, there were three groups who migrated. The first one is laborers from rural areas, and the second is educated young professionals from urban backgrounds, and the third is political refugees. What is migrant literature? Migrant literature is written by people who leave their home country and live in a new one. In this context, it refers to Turkish people who moved to Germany and started writing about their experiences. Their stories talk about life between two cultures, Turkish and German, and express the challenges they face, such as language barriers, cultural differences, and feelings of being lost or disconnected. Literature helps people understand what migrants go through and gives a voice to those who often feel invisible in society. The next is common themes in migrant literature. There are five common themes. The first one is living between two worlds. Migrants feel like they are stuck between their old country and the new one. They don't fully belong in either place. The second is homesickness and loneliness. Many migrants miss their home, family, and friends. They often feel alone in the new country. The next is identity and belonging. Migrants find it hard to understand who they are. They ask themselves, am I from here or there? They are confused about it. And the next is cultural conflict. The new culture is very different from what they knew from the Turkish culture. This makes them feel confused and stressed. The last one is gender roles and struggle. Many women write about being unhappy. They feel pressure from their families and from society. Now, what is the otherness? The meaning of the otherness. In migrant literature, otherness means being seen as different or not belonging to the main society. For Turkish migrants in Germany, this means being treated as outsiders because three reasons. The first one, they spoke a different language. The second is followed a different religion. And the last had different customs. This made them feel rejected, lonely, and confused. Even though they tried to adjust, they were often reminded that they were not fully accepted. Otherness is the feeling of being invisible, unwanted, or out of place in a new country.
So, the next one is I will talk about life is a caravanserai has two doors. I came in one, I went out the other. So, the novel is based on Turkish immigrants who uh, moved to Germany, and this novel is written by Emin Sevgi Özdamar, which talks about life in Turkey in economically and politically disturbed circumstances. Westernization, especially Americanization, has started, but people are unhappy and joblessness has become a big problem. So, migration to another country for better conditions is a solution. And then the novel narrative style and language is the author used first person POV. By using the narrator in the novel is an observant young girl of 17, despite of she is a mediocre German speaker. According to which, this made the novel more intimate and relatable based on the uh, point of view of a young girl. And then the author chose a non-standard style of language or broken German. This reflects the narrator's perspective, bringing the themes of identity, culture, and language barrier between Turkish and German. Next, please. And then the novel significance of the title. The title reflects the narrator's perspective, bringing the themes of identity, culture, and language barrier between Turkish and German. Short and picking keywords from the novel itself. And then the prepositions in and out carry symbolic meaning, which reflects coming into life and then leaving it, just like entering and exiting a caravanserai, which fits the novel theme of migration and journey of life. Next, please. And then the novel author's intention. The authors intended to be a representation of the Turkish minor community, bridging the German major community by introducing Turkish culture, customs, traditions, superstitions, religion, idioms, expressions, myths, fairy tales, human relations, and the lives of women constitute the backbone of the novel to the German majority. Next, please. And then the novel translation of Life is a caravanserai, has two doors. I came in one, I went out the other. The novel description is written in German and acclaimed by German readers. The novel was translated into Turkish by Ayça Sabuncuoglu and published by Farlik Publishing House in 1992. Recently, the novel was translated from German into English under the title Life is a Caravanserai has two doors. I came in one, I went out the other. It was published by Middlesex University Press in London in 2000. The translator, Louis van Flodo, is an academic at Ottawa University in Canada. The novel is 380 pages in German, 264 pages in Turkish, and 296 pages in English. In Saliha Paker's words, the novel is written in German hybridized with Turkish, an intriguing self translation. Next, please. And then the challenges of translating culture in literary texts. The example from the novel is not cut my fingernails at night, not drink water standing up, never spit at the moon or the stars, not throw the dishwater into the garden at night. The spirits would slap on your face. The analysis of the example is shows Turkish superstitions is passed down to generations. The translator chose to keep them straight and unchanged. This kind of superstition might be different to other cultures according to individual beliefs and making no direct impact to the target language. And that makes the challenges of translating culture in literary texts. Next, please. So the next one is translation of children's rhyme and jingles. The example in English is slimy nail fell in the water. She goes home in the evening and gets beating at home. The analysis of the example in Turkish and English. So the English version disrupt the traditional rule of children's rhyme and jingles that carries musicality, rhythm, and cultural playfulness. The English version loses rhyme and rhythm of the Turkish original, making it less childlike tone that children's rhyme and jingles intended for entertainment. Next, please. Next one is representation of hybrid and broken language. So the novel is written in mixed German and Turkish, reflecting the language struggle of a child that learning German. This broken or imperfect German is used by the author to make migrant experience more realistic in the novel. According to Flodo, this effect can be recreated with English because English readers might see it as broken English, as poor writing rather than a narrative strategy. Because in English, it may seem ungrammatical and maybe there's some error in spelling or so. So next one, please. And the next one is the idea of the otherness in translation. Otherness in translation means keeping the original culture instead of changing it to match the directed language. Flodo, the translator, decided decided to keep the original Turkish words and ideas in the English version to show that the story is in the different culture. Example of Turkish words that are not translated into English is namas, raki, seksek, hanim, bey, abla, Allah, inshallah, mashallah. And this way, Flodo, the translator, respects the culture in the original book and want to show that the writer is a migrant in which the writer wants to share different non-Western way of thinking in a Western European language. Next, please. Thank you for your listening. That's all from our group.